Zhao Zintong taking on Elliot Slesser. With this one, I think it is really tough to call. The bookmakers have installed Mark Williams as a marginal favourite, and I think that's about right. But Hawkins can win any match he plays in against anyone.
One.
I was just reading a Q&A on the World Snooker website with Barry Hawkins, and he said, for 5 years Mark Williams has been complaining about his eyesight, and yet he keeps knocking them in from all over the place, and there was some evidence for you.
Five.
What a star, what longevity, Mark Williams. If he wins this match this evening, it will take his total career prize money over £9 million.
Six. Twelve. Thank you. 13.
They know the snooker here in Telford. They know that that was a terrific shot from Williams, not just making the cannon, but making it on the nose.
$20. 21.
Maybe he doesn't have the power of other players, Williams.
28.
So he went into the bunch there and there was minimal displacement. Still has a red to a distant green pocket, but other players might have spread them a little wider than that. But what he lacks in power, he makes up for in finesse and a very keen potting eye.
$34. $35. $40. $41.
Now, already this week we've seen on more than one
48.
occasion this pocket is quite unforgiving. At pace, this has to be played very accurately indeed. And I can tell you for sure, Williams wanted more angle on the red than he's actually got.
$49.
Gave up on position.
Mark Williams, 49.
Content with a 49-point lead and a snooker. Well, he's already potted a similar red to this, to the same target.
One.
Now that
Mark
was a
Williams,
double
one.
surprise. Firstly, he missed the blue. Secondly, the cue ball did not travel anywhere near as far as he wanted it to.
Foul.
Not
Mark
the start
Williams,
that
4.
Hawkins wanted. Not the start at all.
One.
And for
Three.
his third chance, Williams really should put this frame away.
Four. Nine. Ten.
The evergreen Welshman. Still a force to be reckoned with.
17. 18. 25. 26. 28. 33. 34.
'Hawkins remains cold.
37. Sorry.
Williams gaining invaluable table time as the referee forgets to spot the green.
39. 42. 46. 51. 57.
Initially looks good. Mark Williams.
Mark Williams, 64.
Laying down the law. The opening frame in the books on the other table as well. Elliot Slesser made a dream start, a break of 119 to lead world champion Zhao Xintong 1-0.
One.
Pretty much a full ball kiss on the second red means that Williams is held delightfully on the black. Oh, but there's nothing delightful about missing them off the spot. He's just fortunate
Mark
there.
Williams, 1.
He didn't get any position after missing. Very fortunate. Again, that is the Achilles heel, if you like. Had to play that quite crisply. That's when he's more likely to miss. When he's floating them around, still looks $1 million. If you're wondering about their head-to-heads, Williams dominant. He leads Hawkins 9-2. Hawkins, though, the 2 wins he has over Williams have both been this best of 11 frame distance. Both been in important matches. 6-4, quarter-final of the Shanghai Masters in 2018. 6-2, semi-final of the European Masters in 2022. their highest profile meeting, undoubtedly semi-final of the World Championship at the Crucible 2018. Williams won an epic 17-15 after trailing 14-12 and 15-14. They tend to have really close matches. When it goes down to the wire, though, Williams has a perfect record in matches between these two that have gone all the way to a decider. Williams has won all three. Williams played a pretty solid first frame, but very different at the start of the second. However, what we've seen so far from Hawkins does not augur well for the man from Kent.
One. Seven. Eight.
No developing work to do in terms of the Reds. They're pretty much open. But the red closest to the top cushion
15.
is covering the black spot. The pink spot is not available, so it goes up on the brown. Out of the way for now.
Sixteen. 21.
Just chipping the pink away from the blue, that helps Williams.
22.
As does freeing the pink spot.
$28. 29. 35.
Now that's a little clever move from Mark Williams, just nudging a red closer to a side cushion. He knows he won't need that. Just acts as
36.
insurance if he were to miss one.
Thank you. $42. $43. $49. $50.
Running side there to widen the angle off 2 cushions. Bear in mind, Hawkins yet to score, yet to pot a ball.
$56.
Minimal angle on this red. But just enough to do something
57.
with. So Williams getting to the point where he's about to double his lead. The pink and one more red required.
$63. $64.
Simply tremendous break, this. Mr. Black off its spot early in frame 2. He missed a red by a mile, if you might
70.
recall. But from this opening, he's been deadly.
$76. $77. $83. $84.
Fast approaching 700 centuries in professional competition, Mark Williams. This would be his 687th.
89.
And you can add at least 100 onto that he didn't make, because back in the 90s, when he got to this kind of score, he didn't bother making centuries. Felt it was expending nervous
96.
energy he didn't need.
$98.
Barry Hawkins knows he's got an extremely tough task this evening. the two matches tonight going in lockstep. On table one, it is 1-1. Elliot Slesser made a century in the first, but he didn't pot a ball in the second. Zhao Xintong, the world champion, equalising, thanks largely to a break of 68. One of Mark Williams' trademark roll in reds. Well, let me tell you, he caught the pink absolutely flush. If he's not on anything there,
6.
he's very unlucky. What a career, Mark Williams. He's won 27 world ranking tournaments. Captured those titles in 15 different tournaments. But he's never won the Players' Championship.
Mark Williams, 6.
Well, that was precisely the contact he didn't want to make. Wanted a thinner skim than that.
One.
For a right-hander, the blue would be a lot easier to reach than for a left-hander. Yeah, stretching a little awkwardly with the extension on the back of the cue. He didn't have to do much with the cue ball. Has he done enough? think he has just about.
6.
It turned out he was trying to flick that one in with a bit of side and caught it too thick. So that was a poor positional shot from the blue, and it's cost him dear, maybe.
One.
You see that blue Williams knocked in with the extension on the back of the cue. That changed the entire characteristics of the cue. And that's why he was guilty of such a gross misjudgment. So finally, Hawkins
8.
knocking in a few.
Nine. Sixteen. Seventeen. Barry Hawkins, 17.
Not good missing blacks off the spot like that. No power involved. Just a routine stock shot.
One.
And what a delightful angle here to go right into the bunch and spread them far and wide. Well, actually, it wasn't the best split at all, was it?
8.
3 or 4 remained together. A couple went towards the side cushion. Not the split that Williams anticipated. Contemplating the double, and he's very good in that department, but he does have a straight in shot. And he's very good in that department also. Already this taking on the look
13.
of the match that was on table 2 this afternoon. Sean Murphy played nicely early on, but I think his confidence was greatly boosted by
14.
a very ineffective performance from Zhang Anda. Murphy won that match 6-1. And maybe Williams is starting to find self-belief rising because of the poor start made by Hawkins, although again, that's gone wrong.
19. Mark Williams, 19.
The cue ball only just limping back over the baulk line. And if you leave Mark Williams shots to nothing, it's a hiding to nothing.
Six. Seven. $14. 15.
'Held the cue ball
22.
very nicely there.
$23.
So this, what should be Dolly black, followed by one more red. Ooh, he's left himself horrible cueing.
30.
Missed the red by a
Mark
distance.
Williams, 30.
So there's life in this frame yet. And the nightmare start for Hawkins continues.
One.
The extra 7 points make absolutely sure it is going to be 3-0.
Eight. And the frame.
By the time
Mark
we get to the by his standards, Mark Williams has been quiet of late. But of course, he added another ranking title to his collection earlier this season at the Xi'an Grand Prix. Beat Barry Hawkins en route, 5-4. Williams trailed 3-1 and 4-3, but then had a 66 to take it all the way before a 125 break in the decider. When he beat Sean Murphy convincingly in the final, 10-3, had 2 centuries and 8 other half centuries. Since then, results have been thin on the ground, one has to say. But you do get the sense he's got his focus back. The last match Williams played was in World Open qualifying last week. He beat Krish Kubazani of India 5-0, making 2 breaks of 95, a 67 and a 57, and basically he's maintained that level here so far. Now, is that the spark of inspiration Hawkins so desperately needs?
Eight. Nine. Sixteen.
When you've been starved of quality table time, this is just the kind of opening you crave.
$24. $25. $30. $31.
pink spot is occupied, so the referee has to put the pink closest to its
37.
own spot in a direct line towards the black, because all of the spots are occupied also.
$38. $43. $44.
Well, for a moment there, I thought he might not be on anything. That would have been cruel.
49.
As it is, he's perfectly okay.
$50. $55.
And having spent much of the first three frames sitting down watching on, Hawkins could well win this one with a really big score.
Thank you. 56. $63. $64.
In light of the way he fell 3-0
71.
adrift, this is a really good response. It will give Hawkins suitable encouragement going into the break.
$72. $78. $79.
The black's path to the top right-hand pocket is blocked. But it matters not.
85. $86. $93. Barry Hawkins.
Hawkins
93.
can't make a century there,
Frame.
but after falling 3-0 down and doing precious limbs, made much the better start. Breaks of 49, 64, 101, won a scrappier third frame to lead 3-0. At that point, he was outscoring Hawkins 289 to 17. But things changed a little in the fourth. Hawkins putting together a really nice 93 break to suggest this match is far, far from over. Different agendas for these two. Barry Hawkins 14th on the one-year list, so a lot of work to do to secure his Tour Championship appearance. That isn't an issue for Mark Williams, but he is 4th on the one-year list, and he knows if he can stay in the top 4, he would be seeded into the quarterfinals of the Tour Championship, which is worth a great amount of prize money and ranking points. And there's another incentive for Hawkins to do well here. He's 14th in the world rankings, so his seeding for the World Championship is by no means guaranteed. Of course, if you finish in the top 16 going into the championship, you're excused qualifying. Hawkins trying to avoid a third consecutive year where he's been beaten in the first round here. But he's had some success in the Players' Championship. Semi-finalist in 2021, runner-up in 2022 to Neil Robertson. In fact, the Hawk has had more success in this tournament than Mark Williams. He was a semi-finalist, that's a personal best in this event for Williams in 2018, and 3 times a quarter-finalist. That was always going to be a difficult part, especially at the pace he played it. So often, though, Williams takes on a risky pot, but eliminates risk by where he puts the cue ball. And if he doesn't eliminate it, he severely reduces it. The match on table 1 is back from their interval. Jazz and Tong and Elliot Slesser locked together at 2-2.
One.
No one is better at that kind of shot than Williams.
Six. 7.
Well, again, striking the pink
12.
robustly, but not for the first time. Not the best of luck. And even the finest players have to rely on a certain degree of luck when they're doing that, going into the pack at that pace. Nothing's presented itself.
Mark Williams, 12.
When you have a frame like this and the cue ball is returned to the top cushion, quite often all of the reds go towards the bottom half. Already 4 reds in the bottom half of the table, 3 of them past the baulk line. Williams has got the cue ball very close to the top cushion, so that means if Hawkins is going to pull the wide back here, has to strike it really well, and he has done. He will not be displeased about that. So now another red in unfamiliar territory. would like to take the aggressive option. But he made a mess of it.
One.
Quite often in and around the black spot, these guys have orthodox break building patterns and structures. Where the reds are on this table, there's nothing orthodox at all.
Six.
Well, you might think he could pot the red to the left middle, but it's devilishly difficult. Such a small, narrow pocket entrance. Gave it a brief look, but then realised it was far too dangerous.
Barry Hawkins, 6.
As predicted, look at the reds now in bulk. And they've got more company. This is definitely going to be the lengthiest frame of the match so far. And you would think it's the kind of environment where Williams would prosper with his tablecraft and guile. On cue. Now you look at this end of the table and you think, well, there's plenty of choice. And that's true.
7.
But it's an unfamiliar kind of break, this.
Ten. $11.
And of course, spotting bulk colours means that the break advances in small increments.
13. $14.
The one constant for Mark Williams throughout his very lengthy career a pro now for 34 years. He's never been particularly bothered how he wins frames, as long as he wins them. Doesn't seek style points, just wants to get the job done.
19. $20.
Little askew there, that's why he's nowhere on the brown.
Mark Williams, 20.
Now normally a 26-point lead with 7 reds left, that might be considered somewhat inconsequential. The way the balls are here, that is useful. Needed to get the cue ball much closer to the top cushion than that. But in a roundabout way, the shot has worked out for Hawkins. Williams not just missing the red, but splitting several others. The table suddenly looking a lot more open than it was.
One. Four. Five.
When so many ball colours are potted, a low scoring frame is pretty much inevitable, and that's the case here. But it doesn't mean to say it's not important. It's vital. Vitally
9.
important.
10. $14. $15.
When you chip out a red like that, you always take a small risk that the cue ball might run wild. It hasn't.
$19. $20.
Big shot coming up now. These two reds have resolutely remained together. And still they do so.
25.
So then, two reds remaining.
Barry Hawkins, 25.
1 point in it, all to play for. Over the course of his career, Mark Williams has won so many frames of this ilk. But Hawkins doesn't lack experience either. He's been a pro for 30 years. So he's got the moves. What a terrific attempt. Unlucky in two senses there, Hawkins. Got that shot to nothing red a little too close to the pocket for his own good, so it stayed there. And then, of course, the the blow with the cue ball hitting the bump of the middle pocket.
Foul.
But can you believe that? What a reprieve for Hawkins.
4.
Yes, the white's going in that general vicinity, but you don't expect someone like Williams to go in off there. There's been another lead change on table one. Elliot Slesser back in front against world champion Zhao Xintong at 3-2. That was a delight. Not just the pot, but the cue ball control. Mind you, getting from yellow to green, no easy task. Has to inject some form of pace to get the cue ball up towards the green. And when you do that, potting balls across this top cushion
8.
makes them a lot more susceptible to wobbling. Well, it wobbled, but it went in.
10.
The pressure on Williams here, slightly alleviated by the awkwardness of the pink, which he doesn't need. Green, brown and blue will be sufficient. Played a shot earlier with the extension on the back of his cue. He potted the ball in question, a blue to the green bag, but his position went completely astray. Clearly would prefer to play with the extension than the rest, but he has to play with the rest in the end.
Thirteen. $17.
Low scoring, disjointed. That won't concern Mark Williams. $19 ahead, he'll just quietly roll this pink in or over.
Mark Williams, 22.
Well, keeping the pink out surely, and Rahm occupying pole position. Early on, he put together breaks of 49, 64 and 101 in taking a 3-0 lead. But, you know, in terms of the psychological damage done, the 6-ball last red to blue clearance we've just seen could be the most important break that Williams has glued together this evening. Yes, with the obvious exception of his 93 break in the 4th frame, Hawkins so far light years away from his best. Williams can't get through to the black, but he can get through to the pink. What a bonus. Natalia Gradinari measured whether the
7.
pink would go back on its spot. It wouldn't.
Eight.
Her son, Vladislav, is a really good player. He might well join the pro ranks in a year or two.
13. 14.
'The referee hails from
21.
Moldova. Another indication of just how global snooker has become. Look at Mark Williams recently. He played some exhibitions in Tibet.
$22.
Even though he's 4-1 up and looking good.
29.
When he's gone into the balls tonight, by and large, he's not had the best of luck. Another instance there.
Mark Williams, 29.
Fortunate with that shot, though. When the red collided with the other one, both could have gone anywhere. A ways to go yet, but Williams could be on course for his most comfortable win over Hawkins. Right now, that stands at 6-2 in the International Championship 12 years ago. In the previous frame, the balls were rather strangely placed. In this one, much more conventional. Whoever gets in really should make quite a few. weaving the cue ball through there, avoiding all of the traffic. That required visualization and, of course, execution. Williams gave that a concerned look. Always knew the red was going close to the middle, and I think Hawkins can see enough of it to pot it.
One. Free.
Trailing 4-1 against a world-class opponent. These are the opportunities that you have to simply take. And in fairness to Hawkins, he normally does, but again,
4.
not his best. Well recovered, and maybe now he can start to make hay.
8. Nine. Sixteen. 17.
Would you believe it? Hawkins completely out of position. He's putting Williams under no pressure.
17.
Crucially, didn't get the cue ball right in behind the black for the snooker. potting at distance tonight to those baulk pockets. Williams has been mustered. Lost count of how many he's knocked in.
3. Four.
Again, though, not precise. Needed that cue ball to travel much more. This is missable.
Ten.
Scuppered by the pink going back on its spot, but he wants to continue the break if possible. Looked at the possibility of a shot to nothing double. Absolutely nailed it.
11.
Nailed it. And look where the cue ball was. None of those three reds available. And sadly for Williams,
18.
I don't think they are available now. Well, maybe there's a gap. There is, you know. What a pressure ball to take on, if it is viable. Not much room past the pink. Not much room for the red to go past another red. I think he's being prudent here. 4-1 up, 30 in front.
18.
That was a big risk to take.
One.
The decision of Williams to wait one has been justified. He couldn't see the black directly there, had to play it in with side, and of course the side he used promoted the cue ball to go up for the two reds. 38 in front. So one more red and a reasonably high value colour.
Nine.
The brown would place him 43 in front, 43 on. So one good pot for 5-1.
13.
Never in doubt
14.
from the Welsh wizard.
21. Mark Williams, 21.
This is what Mark Williams... But he knows from bitter personal experience, best of 11s can change around. Some years ago, he was 5-0 up in a best of 11 in the UK Championship against Nigel Bond. Ended up being beaten 6-5. But the way things have gone tonight, the efficiency of Williams, not the brilliance, the efficiency, and the below par performance of Hawkins would suggest a comeback is not impossible, but unlikely. Over on the other table, the world champion needs to come back to avoid defeat against Elliot Slesser. An upset is brewing because Slesser leads 4-2. Well, it's been a day of one-sided matches. This afternoon, Judd Trump whitewashed Joey Long 6-0 to make it to the quarterfinals. On this table, Sean Murphy made light work of Zhang Anda, winning 6-1. Is that trend going to be continuing here? Certainly looks that way. Williams has surrendered a big lead in a best of 11 this season. Shanghai Masters lost 6-5 to Ali Carter from 5-2 up. So hope springs eternal.
One.
It's been one of those days for Hawkins.
8.
Okay, the red is still on, but he should not have been there. Nowhere near.
Foul. Barry Hawkins, 8.
And although it's
Mark
very
Williams,
early in this
4.
frame, could that be the final straw? A rather ironic smile on the face of the Hawk.
One.
Didn't want the secondary kiss, of course.
Touching ball. Please declare. Block ball. Mark Williams, 1. Foul on the miss. Mark Williams, 4. Thank you.
Williams, relishing life as one of the game's elder statesmen, he was saying beforehand how fortunate he feels to be involved in these tournaments at such a late stage of his career. Sometimes you get the impression with him he's a little too self-deprecating, because he remains one of the best in the business. That red to middle could have led to plenty. Now though, the onus is on Hawkins to try and put a seed of doubt in his opponent's mind.
Seven. Eight.
Is it the same old story again?
14.
Well, he does have a red.
Foul. Thank you. Barry Hawkins,
The referee
14.
called the
Mark
foul.
Williams,
Barry
6.
Hawkins owned up anyway. He was in, now he's out. The one good thing for Hawkins, nothing left. Well, as soon as the red went over a pocket, Williams badly needed cover, and he's got no cover whatsoever.
One. Free. Four. Barry Hawkins, 4.
There's been lots about this Hawkins performance that's uncharacteristic. The one thing that sticks out to me, he's normally so good using the rest, and that's not been the case this evening. Yeah, I think that one drifted up towards the far jaw. You could see from Williams' reaction, it looked as though that was the case. I think we saw Wu Yeza have a red to the opposite middle pocket he played slowly yesterday that did the same thing.
One.
Well, he's not played a good frame, Hawkins, and yet he's got every chance of winning it.
Eight. Nine. Sixteen. 17. 24. 25. 31. 32.
Very close to pulling one back.
$39.
This routine red and any colour will do.
40.
'At points during this frame, Hawkins gave the impression of being a little dispirited.
47.
A with the scoreline, B with his performance.
48.
But you know, he will just keep on plugging away.
$54. Barry Hawkins, 54, and the frame, Barry Hawkins.
The match is not over yet. Callan lost in the last 32 of the German Masters to Jimmy Robertson. Beaten in the first round of the World Grand Prix 5-2 by Zhang Gander. Here, though, he stands on the threshold of a morale-boosting victory. And while he's played some poor stuff tonight by his standards, Hawkins, he's also not had the kindest of run.
One. Four.
Williams has closed out hundreds of matches, literally, as a professional. He's closed out 3 World Championship finals. But it's never easy.
Mark Williams, 4.
And with his hand placed awkwardly on the table there, I'm not surprised he missed that one. Just sensed that Williams is starting to feel a little tense. The one massive disparity between these two in this match. Safety play. Williams has been so far superior. His potting from distance has been good without being great.
Foul on the miss. Barry Hawkins, 4.
One thing you can always rely on with Williams is decision-making process.
Could you check, please?
Julian Bell, the marker, just assisting. Looking at a video capture to see where the cue ball originally was. Yeah, little heavy-handed that. Wanted the cue ball tight to the ball rail. Oh, but Williams makes a real mess of it.
One.
Let me quickly tell you, it's 5-2 on both sides of this arena. Elliot Slesser, 5-2 up on Zhao Zintong. A record equaling 5 Chinese players qualified for this Players' Championship. All 5 could lose in the first round.
4.
Now that suggests that
9.
Hawkins remains a little tight in the arm because he was well short. The red just about struggles in, and now he's okay again.
10. $15. 16. 21. 22.
From being all at sea in the early stages of this match, early to middle stages, Hawkins starting to look a lot more settled. He can read the room. I think he fully understands that Williams
25.
not yet over the line, straining to do so.
$26.
And he's been in this situation on countless stages where you've built a massive lead, but you can't quite
31.
push it over the line. And consequently, Hawkins fully understands the emotions that Williams is feeling, i.e. growing tension, maybe growing apprehension.
$32.
Recurring theme when he's been playing those kisses, they just haven't been working. So end of break and only 32 to the good.
Color, please. Barry, color. Color, please. Blue ball. Barry Hawkins, 32.
He will feel he should have made more. What a superb shot from Mark Williams. That was an absolute cracker. Really good pot. And look where the white is on the only high value colour that's available.
$7.
I think theoretically the red will cut back, but it's so thin, he's got no control whatsoever over the white ball. And the pot itself would be really tough to pull off.
Foul. Mark Williams, 7.
What a strange frame this
Barry
is.
Hawkins, 4. Call. Barry Hawkins, 4.
Williams playing billiards. And the calm assurance he displayed to 5-1 is now frayed at the edges. The red is some distance away from the pocket, but is it possible to knock it in cushion first? If anyone can do it, he can. It really is amazing. At every level, it seems, even the very highest, when you have to play a shot, a pot, cushion first, time and time again, you hit it too thick. Hawkins would have viewed that shot as a must-make. Well done. Not so well done.
Seven. Eight.
Well, he's done himself no harm there, knocking a red to the side cushion, especially given his 41-point lead. And it looks as though the Hawk is going to pull another one back.
11.
I would love a tenner for every time he's lost position.
Barry Hawkins, 15.
Frame ball missed, but no need to panic. Look at these balls. Williams, 48 adrift, 51 on. I will say this. When he won the Tour Championship in Manchester, in the first round against Tom Ford, the clearance he put together to win 10-9 from nowhere in that decider was the best I think I've ever seen. It was truly miraculous.
8.
But he's dropped too straight on this red.
Nine.
Well, a simply brilliant black. What a valiant effort to promote
16.
the last red.
Mark Williams, 16.
So 32 adrift, Williams. That means if he does pot the last red, he will need at least the blue off it to be able to win. It is a snooker, but if Williams can hit this red off the top cushion first and hit it precisely, he could leave the cue ball where the red is now and place Hawkins in a snooker. Bingo. He's done well there, Hawkins. I was about to say Williams has retained the safety initiative, but has he? Well, Hawkins can't get through to the potting angle, but he's looking at, again, that cushion first shot. If this goes in, it's pretty much the end of frame. Now, could it be end of match?
One.
Caught that red a little on the thick side. That's why he's not up for the pink as he wanted to be. But he's still got the pink on. Williams arrives on the colours 25 adrift, so he needs the lot.
7. Nine.
Blue to pink is the obvious snag.
12.
But with a position like this on the brown, he can pretty much pick his angle.
Sixteen.
Williams urging the cue ball
21.
on. It's not bad. Well, he's been potting balls to a distant ball pocket all night with great aplomb. Can he knock one more in? You better believe he can.